What's up, VEGGIE family? Welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite Amazon finds. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a long time now, but I wanted to do like the best of what I have. I personally love Amazon. I know there are a lot of people that actually don't like Amazon, and if that is you, then don't watch this video. But me, however, I love Amazon, especially during the thick of the pandemic when we were all quarantined at home. I was pregnant, I wasn't going to stores, and it was nice to have things delivered to my house, especially since a lot of the stores near me that weren't grocery stores, essential stores, they were closed down. Let me know what is your Amazon must-have down in the comments below. If there is an item that I didn't share here, obviously there's so many different things you could get from Amazon, but let me know some of your favorite items that you get from Amazon. So the first item we're going to start off with, it's my favorite product I've ever bought from Amazon, and it is this thing called an AddALock. The best way to think about an AddALock is like a sliding door lock. You put this thing inside of the door, and then you slide this piece into this little hole, and basically what it does, it's a stopper. So it stops the door from opening. So if I'm trying to lock you out from the inside, coming into my house, I place this in the door, slide it, and then you're not able to open the door. And that actually says, my husband, he'll be like, people could still break down the door with this in, but you will hear somebody trying to break in your door. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I love this thing. Matt and I had moved into an apartment a couple of years back, and they had called the apartment manager saying that some plumber was supposed to come to our house, but they didn't give us an exact time, and we thought that they would call us before they tried to come to the house. Now, we would put this in the front door every single night before we went to bed, and when Matt would get up in the morning for work, I would wake up with him and I would stick it inside of the door because I'm a big chicken, okay? I could never be too safe. So anyways, I put this inside of the door, went back to bed. Later on that day, Matt's back at home after work, and we get an email from the apartment manager saying that the plumber tried getting inside the house, but they had the wrong key. They didn't call us to tell us that what time he was coming. I would have woke up to open up the door, but they didn't say any of that. Instead, they gave the plumber the key to our apartment, and a plumber wasn't able to get in because we had the AddALock, and so they thought that the plumber had the wrong key. And you know how scared I would have been if I was sleeping and the plumber came inside of the apartment while I was asleep without giving us warning that he was going to be there? I would have freaked out. I would have thought that there was some random dude inside of the house. I would have called 911. I probably would have freaking had a panic attack there. But because we had the AddALock in, he wasn't able to get inside of the apartment. They just thought that they gave the plumber the wrong key, like I said. Something to note about these AddALocks, sometimes this little piece right here doesn't fit inside of the little hole that's on the side of the door perfectly. That was the case for our bedroom, because we would put it in the front and we would also put it in the bedroom. And the way that we made it work was by getting some pliers and just bending the metal to fit the inside of that little hole. So if yours doesn't fit exactly the way that you want it to, get some pliers and bend it. It could be a little hard to do, but it is doable, and then you're able to use this. I really, really recommend these if you are somebody like me, never could be too cautious. This thing, oh my gosh, I love it. It is LED strip lights. You can find them at multiple stores. I like to get them from Amazon because it's cheapest to get longer ones on Amazon versus in store. So these strip lights I put inside of Cooper's room, and he loves them, and that's why I got them. Cooper loves lights. I'm sure most babies love lights and the different colors that they can change into. And at nighttime when Cooper gets really, really fussy, or if he's fussing from teething and it's dark at night, I go inside of the bedroom, I turn on all of his lights. He just stares, and I think it helps relaxes him and takes his mind off of things. So he loves coming into his bedroom. And then the other thing from Amazon that I got were push lights that come with remotes, and so do the LED ones. And what I do is just press the on button all over the bedroom and all the lights go on. I love it. And then you can change the color. Looks really cool, and they're relatively inexpensive. This next product ranks high in my list. It is this little table vacuum. I had a handheld vacuum that I would use all the time to just get the crumbs off of my table, and I use it to get off just other little bits and pieces on my credenza and end tables. However, I was able to find this table vacuum that I just leave on top of the table at all times. I have a tier tray there. I put it in the tier tray and sometimes behind the tier tray, and I just love to use it to take off the crumbs off my table. Now, this is not something that is exactly like you need this in your life. I mean, you could just use your hand, knock the crumbs into your other hand and toss it that way, or knock it on the ground and use a broom to sweep it up, but I'm not a fan of doing that. I rather get it off of the table and not have to sweep it off of the ground or get like gross things inside of my hand sometimes. So I just love this thing because it just takes all the crumbs right off the table. Now, it's a little bit different. It is battery operated, and the way you take it apart is you just lift the bottom up, and then in the inside you're going to see that there is a fan, and that is what's kind of suctioning everything up into this thing. You just got to make sure that you're cleaning it so that it doesn't get ruined. It's not necessary though, let me say that, because I want to title this video like, oh, life-changing things from Amazon, because I know that those titles is what draws people to your video. But you know, is it always like you need this in your life? Questionable, you know? For some people that AddALock, they might just get actual locks and put one maybe way at the bottom of the door so that nobody can get to it, you know? There's just different things you can do. But these are just things I found from Amazon that I really like. I do want to say this, when it comes to a lot of these items like this table vacuum, the next one I'm going to show you, there's multiple sellers that essentially sell the same thing. Just look for the cheapest price. Some of the sellers might not be the best at shipping, and you should look at the reviews then, but a lot of them are the exact same thing with the exact same ratings. Just look for the cheapest price, like I said. So the next item that I absolutely love is this little like chopper that I use for onions. I cannot cut onions for the life of me. They irritate my eyes so bad. This thing chops them up so easily. You just cut the onion in half, and then what you do is you just pull this and it chops it up so nicely. The blade is very sharp, so when you're cleaning this, be careful. It chops up more than just onions. I made guacamole with this thing. It cut everything up so nicely. And what I really like about it is it's small. I really recommend this for somebody like me who doesn't like chopping onions, or you don't have a lot of cabinet space inside of your kitchen. It's very small and you need something that's smaller than a blender. This works really well. Next up, we have blue light blocking glasses. These are non-prescriptive. If you need prescriptive ones, you're gonna have to go to the eye doctor. So basically, blue light is something that our like phones give off, our computers. It can give us headaches, cause eye strain. You might not even notice it until you have a headache and might not know exactly why you have a headache. I'm on my computer a lot, especially when I'm editing these videos for long periods of time, and it gives me headaches. So I got these glasses off of Amazon a while ago, and I really like them because I notice less headaches from my screen time when I wear these things. And it is going to be like wearing a filter on your eyes. Like, things are going to look a little bit different. It doesn't look like blue. It looks more like a yellowish kind of tint to things when you wear these. I don't wear glasses, so these aren't prescriptive. So if you are interested in something like this and you need glasses, you're going to have to talk to your eye doctor about it. And if you're somebody who doesn't wear glasses, then you can go ahead and check out Amazon. They have a bunch of different designs to them. I got one that is called vintage, and then they got kind of like that cheetah print around it. That's what it looks like to me. So I actually like them. This next item, some of you guys are gonna be like, what? It is this under the cabinet, under the sink, put it on the door, bag holder, and I use it to hold plastic bags so I can recycle them. I use plastic bags all the time. I put them inside of the trash cans in the bathroom. I use it to pick up dog poop. I use it to throw diapers inside of dirty diapers. I use them a lot, and I don't like tossing them. I live in a state where we still get plastic bags. I do have some reusable ones, but I still get these. And I just have this under the sink so it's easy to organize, because before this I would just throw them under the sink and it just got really, really messy. I actually showed you guys how to make something like this recently using Dollar Tree products. I'll try to remember to link that down below for you guys, but if you just want to buy it, it's relatively cheap. You can find different ones on Amazon. Some people like to fold these and put them inside of there. I don't fold them. I just stick them in there. I don't got time to sit there folding plastic bags. I just told you guys my kitchen is very small, and that's another reason why I like this versus just kind of using a organizing bin and sticking that inside of there. I'm able to use my door as a storage piece, hang this on there, and I got the bags inside of there versus using a bin, putting that below the sink, and then I take away space that I could use to put cleaning supplies that I need. Next up, clothing from Amazon. They have inexpensive pieces. Sometimes they're expensive, don't buy them when they're expensive, but they have inexpensive pieces that I really, really like, and specifically maternity dresses. So when I was pregnant last year in the middle of the pandemic and quarantine, the essential stores around us that were open were like Walmart and Target, and their maternity sections are very small. So I was getting stuff off of Amazon, and when I would order something, I didn't know what I was getting. So I'm going off of a picture and reviews, and I ended up liking the dresses a lot. So the first one I actually got was this blue one, and I went with a blue one because I was like, oh, blue for a baby boy. And then I liked it so much that I ended up ordering other dresses. So I ended up getting a white one, a pink one, and I wear them to this day. You will find multiple sellers of the same exact dress. It's all the same exact thing. So try to find the cheapest one when you're ordering, and also look, like I said, at the reviews, because sometimes the seller isn't the best at shipping things out on time, or they don't take the best care of the product that they are shipping. But I love these dresses. I'm actually going to Florida at the end of this week, and I'm bringing these with. The last thing I have to share with you guys is a handheld steamer. I love handheld steamers. You can use any type of steamer, and honestly, you can get it at multiple stores. It's just cheapest that I found it at Amazon. So basically, I love to use a handheld steamer to get rid of my wrinkles. I mean, sometimes I will use the iron and I accidentally get water everywhere, and this tends to happen lots of times when I go to a wedding and I'm in a hotel room, and then I try to iron out my wrinkly dress, and then I end up with water stains everywhere. Now I've been taking my handheld steamer to do that, and I'm able to get the wrinkles out without making a mess of my dress. And then sometimes with the iron, it's like you're trying and trying and trying, especially if it's like a cheap hotel one and you just can't get the wrinkle out. So I really like my handheld steamer. I've had it for a while. It has worked perfectly fine. You can find a bunch of inexpensive ones, like I said, on Amazon, or you can try going to the store if you don't want to order from Amazon. So that is it for my Amazon must-haves, my favorite items that I have from Amazon. I have bought so many things from Amazon, you guys, especially this past year. I wasn't like big on it and buying everything from Amazon always, but within the past year, because of the lack of going places, I've done a lot of Amazon shopping. This is Bethany of the future. While I was editing this video, I forgot, you know what? I did not share my favorite item beside the AddALock with you guys. Reason being, when I filmed that footage, I was about to leave for Florida, and now I've been back from Florida for about a month now, and these were packed up, so I completely forgot to share it with you guys. This is my favorite item beside the AddALock. It is this freaking fan right here. This is actually a baby stroller fan. The legs right here go around the stroller, the handle of the stroller, and you can put it on your baby and it moves around. This thing is super powerful. There's an LED light that I never really use, but for a little fan like this, it really is powerful. You charge this using just like a plug. It's rechargeable. I brought this not for Cooper. I bought this when I was pregnant last year, and I use it to this day. Since I got pregnant with Cooper, and after, my body temperature just always is hot. I run very hot, and I get overheated easily. So this thing, I use it so much. I used it during my labor. I brought it with, knowing that I was just going to be super hot during labor, which I was. It came in so handy, and to this day it comes in handy. So I ended up bringing it with me to Florida, and I purchased another one before going to Florida because I love it that much. So I got one for Cooper to use too. And then there's one more thing I want to share with you guys that I had in Florida. It was this tent. This tent breaks down so small. It takes up no storage space inside of your beach bag whatsoever, or if you take a road trip, which is what we did, it took up no space inside of the car. It's super compact, but it is super big. It fit me, Matt, and Cooper inside of it, but it was mainly me and Cooper chilling inside of it, and it gives you plenty of shade. If you are in a windy area, it might blow around, which that does suck. So the area we were in, it wasn't windy, but there was this one day where there was a bunch of planes that kept flying over and it made it like move around. And at that point, I had to keep like holding it down. So be aware of that. But if it's a day where there's not a lot of wind, there could be some wind actually, it just can't be a lot of wind. It stays put and it provides a lot of shade and it's super big. I absolutely love that thing. Okay, now I'm gonna let Bethany of the past end this video. So that is it for my Amazon must-haves. Let me know down in the comments below, like I said, what are some of your favorite must-haves that you get from Amazon. I know for some people it could be something that is so basic, like they have the automatic kind of like subscription where if you buy detergent often, you can get it automatically sent to your house when you want it to be sent. So it might be something like that. There's so many things I've bought from Amazon over the past, I don't know how many years. I would say though this past year, I have purchased from Amazon more often than I normally do, and for obvious reasons like I just stated. It was just easier to get, or sometimes I just couldn't find it in the stores that were open. And when I was pregnant, I wasn't a fan of going out anyways. Like I would stay home, and if I went out to a store, it was like Dollar Tree. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.